this one, but there are kind of a business requirements. Business requirements is, suppose let's say I'm explaining a real example. Okay, in our projects, many times we need like this. So suppose let's say I get an order. Okay, order request. Okay, so sometimes we will ask, like, we will have a what you call business analyst. For to understand the business, we will have a kind of a dashboard. We called as what you call is a kind of a graph reports, basically dashboard or reports. Have you heard about reports, dashboard? Anytime, even if you, I think IPL, in IPL have you seen, right?
Dashboard, sir.
Dashboard will be there, right? Reports will be there. Okay, even our politicians are like, elections also, they shows like kind of a dashboards. Okay, so with the dashboards we can analyze quickly. Okay, for the business, as I received an order. Okay, whenever I received an order, I will say my requirement is, okay, publish order quantity, order ID, and quantity to dashboard application. Okay, and then do all related work for order, like, order received. Okay, update, insert into database. Okay, then inform, check inventory. Okay, inventory is there or not. Okay, and update shipping. Okay, there are many activities there. We generally, whenever order received, we do in web methods, we did like this one, many activities, one after the other we wanted to do. Okay, now there is an issue, like even if this if you're not able to publish to dashboard, okay, I'm okay, but I want other activity to be executed. Are you getting? All this should be executed in sequence, one after the other. But if this is also, if any one of the if this is failed, okay, I don't want to stop my processing. I still want to continue insert into flow, insert into DB. Even if it is not inserted into DB, I wanted to go check inventory. Even if inventory is not there, something exception occurred. Inventory is not there. It's not like that. If inventory failed, I still want to go and update the page, the shipping. So if that kind of a requirement is there, then I will go with sequencing. Okay, suppose let's say I'm removing this one. Let's say step 1, task 1. Okay, task 2, like this. I have many tasks. Okay, sequence. All this should be executed one after the other. That's the first step. First thing. Order is received. I want to execute task 1, task 2, task 3, which are sequence only. Okay, but sometimes if I say, like, see, this is a sequence, I'm telling problem. No, suppose let's say even task 2 is failed, I'm okay, but I wanted to continue task 3. Okay, so task 1 is executed. When task 2 is executing, sometimes some exception occur. Maybe let's say task 2 is inserting database. It failed to insert database. I am fine. Okay, I wanted to execute task 3, but all tasks should be executed. Are you getting? Suppose if I'm not using sequence, I used all this as is in the flow. Let's say I created a flow service. Okay, I created all the tasks one after the other. What will happen? No, This first one is executed. If it failed, rest of the task will not be executed. There is no control for us. Okay, processing will stop here itself. Suppose let's say this is success. Task 2 is failed. Then task 3 will never execute. It immediately terminates from where the exception is occurred. Are you getting? In case of sequence, if I use sequence here, I have an option. Let's say sequence is given on failures, exit. If I write like this, any one activity, suppose let's say task 1 is executed, task 2 is failed, it will terminate. Task 3 will never execute. Okay, suppose let's say success. If I give success, there is a control for me. First, this is executed. If this is failed, still I am going to execute task 3.
Yes, sir.
So we have a control on execution, but here you don't have any control. Okay, if any one activity is failed, that's it. It stopped. The processing is terminated there itself. But here we have an option. Okay, on sequence, when we use sequence activity, we have 3 options. What are those options? Anyone knows? Success,
Failure,
failure,
and done.
done. These are the 3 options are there. Okay, I need what is to, let's say I drag and drop here. I'm copying all this under this one. Okay, now if you see here, we have a property. This property, exit on. Okay, you see here, this I'm click on this sequence. We have option. Okay, so failure, success, done. This is, we have an option. Exit on. Failure, success, done. Okay, so what will happen if I set failure?
It will first one
Let's say,
execute.
suppose here exception is occurred. What will happen?
It will stop there only.
Correct.
There only.
Yeah, so that means this will be executed first. Here this will execute, and it is thrown error, then it will not execute. It will be terminated.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I change from failure to success, what will happen?
If first one is not executed, also second one will execute.
Correct. Second one will execute, third will be executed. In
Yes.
some kind of a business scenarios, okay, we'll use this one, success. In many cases, we'll use success. Many places, okay. Sometimes the activities which are not necessary, sometimes even it is not important, like no audits, okay, or dashboard kind of things, for analytics. So we will add some kind of a things in between. So what we do is like we'll use a sequence. So if those activities fail also, doesn't matter, which are not required for business, okay, business logic, it's for some additional data. Okay, so at that time we use success, and we'll put all these in under sequence. Is it clear?
When we use done.
Okay. Yeah, now tell me, success, failure, what is done?
Done means completed, sir.
Yeah, done is English meaning is completed.
Half success of the combination of both.
Okay, basically done we use only in case of failure. Let me see, I also forgot just okay. So okay, we'll go through a little bit slides. We'll see. So first one is ignore any failures. If I put it success or done means it will ignore any failures. Okay, done is ignores any failures. Okay, still return to error log, but it see even if it is failed one, it will be executed. That is done. Okay, is it okay? Let me go to the next one. Failure behaves regular service flow. Like if anyone is failed, no other will be executed. Let's no further sequence operations are executed after a failure. Okay, if exit on, are you getting this one? If it is fail, if you set exit, you say if you set failure, that one. Okay, success. What will happen? Success. Okay, success means if any one activity is successfully executed, first activity executed successfully, then it will not execute the remaining one. Are you getting? No. Let us see. And I will tell you the question also how it comes. Okay. Hopefully that is the question. I need to write all the questions. It's taking time. Okay. Let's see this one. Sequence. If I've written success, exit on success. Okay. Question is, let's say I wanted to check flights from Mumbai to from Hyderabad to Mumbai. Okay, I want to check in first. I don't know what are the Air India, Go Air, and any other airlines.
Indigo.
Indigo. Yes. Okay. So think that this is actual proper use case. Okay. Someone is implemented. So input is start origin, basically origin and destination. Okay, I wanted to search whether flight is available or not. Okay, but I will say I need to call the 3 airlines. Okay, airline. Let's say A. I want to call invoke, basically invoke airline A. So their application is somewhere hosted. Okay, so we can call on a RESTful HTTP call. We can make it. We have 3 airlines: airline A, B, and C. Okay, they hosted some services for us. Okay, in web methods, what we are doing is we are integrating. Okay, I got a request from UI with this origin destination. Now I wanted to call this one A with origin destination. Is there any flight available between these 2 destinations or not? If it is available, then immediately send, hey, it is available in Jet Airways. Okay, if not, this is not success, then go to airline B. Are you getting how I've written? If it's like this, requirement is if first call airlines A. Okay, airline A. Sorry, you're asking something. Anisha, you are asking something. No? Okay. So just try to understand the requirement. So I got the inputs, origin and destination. Requirement is call airline A if there is a flight between between destinations, source and destination, SRC and DST. Okay, return flight exists, flight is there in Jet Airlines. That is nothing airline underscore A. Okay, that's it. Immediately return. Okay, if flight is not there, I wanted to call again airline B. Okay, if flight exists, then immediately send the response B. Are you getting? This is the requirement. Okay, if there is a flight, call C like this. So this is a sequence only. I want sequentially execute. First this one, if it is success, see what I'm saying now. The word immediately in my statements also coming like call A. Okay, if it is success, that means air flight is there. Return from here. No need to execute other airlines. No need to check. If flight is not there, then go and check the B1, and if it is there, return it. No need to go X. So what I'm saying is, whichever first successfully executed, there you stop your execution. Rest of don't execute the rest of the flow. Are you getting? Don't
Yes.
execute the rest. At that
Yes,
time,
sir.
we will set exit on success. Okay. So question will come here. Question will be like this: which of the following statements are true for sequence set to success? Exit on set to success. Okay, so that means it will be attempts operations until one is successful. Attempts operation, that means if this is valid, okay, then rest don't execute the rest of the things. If this is failed, okay, it's not valid, then it will go to the next one, execute it. If this is success, no need to execute remaining. So that means no further sequence operation will be completed. So only with first one way successfully executed, it returns from there itself. That is nothing but sequence on success. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
You have to focus this one. Definitely it will come questions. Not only questions. Okay. In development, you have to think and write. Requirement will come like that only. Okay. Many times. So even if some question is last week, not in this technology, but I was working on some other technology. There, the same requirement. It was like, hey, we have like this. In between, we are writing audit messages. Like in the flow, task A, one should be completed. Then audit. We need to, for audit, insert into DB. Then task 2. Okay. Again, once task 2 is completed, insert into audit DB. It was the requirement like that. And task 3. Okay, so this should be executed sequentially. Even if this or this failed, I'm okay, but task main, these are very important, I wanted to execute it. Okay, so how do you implement? That was the question. So sequence exit on success, no, it won't work here. Is it going to work out? I want this to be executed, this one to be executed, this 3 also to be executed. If I set sequence exit on success, will it work or not?
No.
Because success means like, oh, task 1 is successful, then it won't execute rest of the things. Correct?
Yes.
So I should not set to success. You have to think your brain while developing. Now you know there are 3 conditions are there: success, failure, done. Okay, but you have to use your brain for development, doing the development. No one will explain you which one to use. Success you have to use, or failure you have to use, or done. Done is, in this case, I will use done. That means like a task is executed. If it failed, I'm okay. Okay, go and insert it to database. Even if it database is failed, that's okay. Go and try with database task 2. Even if task 2 is failed, if it is success, I'm happy. Then go with this one. If it is failed, then also I'm okay. Go to this one. So any failure, even if failure occur, continue your flow. Okay, that is nothing but success. Sequence exit on
done.
done. Okay, so from starting with here, okay, so ignore any failures. That is nothing but done. Set to done. Ignore any failures. Okay, it may ask questions. Sequence exit on set to one of the following to ignore any failures. Okay, he gives all the 3 options, like done, success, and failure. He will give 3: done, success, failure. Okay, you should know like which one. So ignore any failures. That means it's
Done.
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 Or mutually independent operations, that is also done. These 2 statements. Okay, here no further sequence operations are executed after failure. Which statement is which one we need to set for sequence exit on? Then you should know it's a failure. Failure can be easily, you can say, but you have to remember like this.
We
Okay.
get failure, we will stop the.
Yeah, this is same as normal one, and like the one I explained at starting. So if you have 3 activities without any flow also, that is same as set to failure. This one is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Done also.
Yes.
Success. Okay.
Success also.
We are not going to implement this one. Okay, whatever he's talking, we will just see. Okay, we don't need to spend time on this one. I think you know 3 ways we can do, but sequencing, we'll find out a proper use case in once we're done training, right? We'll work on one POC. Okay, in that entire all the topics which we covered, we'll try to implement it in a real application when we develop, right? All these are very important. Okay, whatever is actually without anyone, it's not possible to develop. Okay, we need all these things. We'll implement that logic. Okay, so sequence, everyone is clear, right? I need nodes on Nagaraju, Jashwant, Sai Teja. I need nodes on these 3. You are not sending the notes also. Okay.
Okay, sir. I can see.
Okay. Because I can see there something we are going to failure because I'm not getting notes, miss. I don't know you guys are going through or not, studying or not. Okay. Okay. So here what is talking is done. Can you explain anyone? Anusha, you can explain looking at this slide what is talking about done.
Yes, sir. First he displayed message 1. Message 1 is executed, and he go to message 2, it is also executed. When you go to that math multiply floats, it throws exception. It throws exception also, it is ignored that failure, and it went to message 3 and it is executed.
Correct. So that means even if any exception is occurred, it will be ignored
And
Okay,
it will be
it will
continued.
continue to execution in the flow. Okay, okay, good. Okay, so what are the conditions available? This may be the question. Exit on. Okay, conditions, we have a failure, success, and done. Okay, so if I go to the code, right? Okay, okay, wait here. So if you see here, earlier, like 10 dot, we are using now 10.7. Okay, web methods version is 10.7. Please note down, everyone. Okay, yesterday one guy attended interview. I was taking him not on web methods, but other technology. There is a technology called I think MuleSoft, you heard, right? I was taking interview for one of the requirements in my project. So I asked the same question. That guy is having 10 years experience. I asked, what is the version of Mule you are using? Okay, so he's not able to answer. So when we are working, right, we should know what version of web methods we are working. Okay, the version we are using is 10.7. Okay, 10.7. Okay, so there is a two versions are there in the currently. There is a cloud version. Cloud, I think you know everyone cloud. What is cloud? We already studied. Okay, there is a cloud version is there, and there is on-prem. Whatever we are learning is on-prem. Okay, so we are using this one to run this web methods code on premises only. Okay, there is another software is there, which is we can all these activities, all the palettes, everything is same. Okay, there also, but there is a difference in deployment. Everything is deployment. Deployment is in the cloud. Okay, right now whatever we are learning is deployment we are doing in the on premises only. Okay, the version is 10.7. Okay, if anyone asks you whether you're working, you learn on premises web method or like on cloud web methods. Okay, you should say clearly, currently you are learning on premises. Okay, okay, let me go here. Okay, let's demo. Okay, stop here. We wanted to understand this one. Okay, so in 10.1 earlier, so now 10.7 we are 10.1 and earlier is try catch. These were not there in 10.1. Are you getting 10.1 or earlier? Is starting with it, let's say 10.1 or before 10.1, like 10.0 and before. So in those versions, there is no try catch. Okay, try catch. These activity steps are not there. Okay, in after 10.1, that means 10.2. Okay, they started given these two are added, try and catch. Okay, try, catch, and try finally. Try catch and try finally. Have you heard about this one? Try catch anytime finally. In Java, we've written like this. Correct?
Sir.
Okay. Yeah. Throws is user exception you are generating. Okay. So it's like this. Try.
Catch.
Yeah. So correct. Try. Block like this. Catch. We'll do exception. We'll catch some kind of exception. Okay. And then we'll write some block of code here. And finally will be there. Okay. And logic will be executed here. So means I don't know, Nagaraj knows about this one, Jashwant. At least, have you heard about this one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, try block, we are writing some code. Okay. If any exception occur, let's say statement 1, statement 2. Okay, we have like these statements 2. Okay, many statements are there. Okay, let's say statement 1 is executed, statement 2 failed, some exception is thrown. Okay, rest of the statements will not be executed. That program execution will go to cache block. Here, let's say statements are there, some statements, those will be executed. Okay, once all these exception are executed, it goes to final statement, final block, and whatever the statements are there, it will be executed here. Okay, similarly, suppose let's say try block is executed, all these statements are success, means there is no error, then this catch will not executed, but it will execute final one. Okay, are you clear?
మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు రాదా?
Okay, so this is how try catch. Okay, so this kind of logic, right? 10.1 or 10.1 or above versions only they provided. Miss web methods guys, in the technology it is provided, these steps are provided. Okay, try catch and try catch, try finally, and finally. Okay, so it is like this, try catch and you can use finally. Okay, or without catch also, like you can use try finally. Okay, that is what he given, try finally, that means without catch. Without catch I can write this is lost. Okay, so that is this step, this step. Okay, try catch we are using, suppose let's say try catch. Okay, you need finally, right? So finally you can use this one, so try catch and finally. Okay, that is how they given the balance to steps to implement this logic. Is this clear? Okay, so nowadays when we are implementing, right, suppose let's say we will implement with this logic, try finally. Okay, if you wanted to catch the exceptions and log the exceptions and you wanted to execute, but this sequence is also very important, sequence also. Okay, it's not necessarily you want to try catch, we will go with the sequence also wherever we wanted, like the logic to be implemented. Let's say even if exception occurred, first one, let's say I wanted to go execute second activity, second step, even second step is failed, third step, so in that case I will use sequence. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so this is very important now. So earlier 10.1, how they implemented try catch. Okay, try catch, same logic how they implement. So this is a standard way you have to remember. Okay, so we should have, suppose I wanted to implement try catch, so first you need a sequence. Okay, exit on, it should be success. Okay, you should have a second sequence, nested sequence, this should be failure. Are you getting? And there should be another sequence which is done. Okay, this is done. Okay, so if you implement this kind of a logic, okay, then it is considered as a try catch finally. Means let's say sequence, this is success. So success means if anyone is success, it is done. Are you getting? Like success means, let's say success. Let's say if first task is successfully executed, it won't execute the remaining. Correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here under sequence, I have two things. 1, 2. If this block is successful, then it will not execute this activity. If this is failed, then it will go to next one. It will try this one. Okay. Does it mean that instead of success failure, let's say this is yes, this is D. Let's say SD. To invoke activities, basically. This I've written success. It's a sequence with success, exit on success. In that case, if first one is success, okay, first task, let's say task 1 is success, it will not execute the task 2. Okay, that is how this success will work. Now, instead of replacing this task 1, I'm replacing it sequence, which is again a task.
Done.
Okay, failure. I'm using failure. Okay, what will happen here is, so if this block is successfully executed, then this second task will not be executed because of the success. Okay, now under failure, I have task A, task B like this there. Any one of the task is failed, okay, so it will be stopped execution of this flow. Okay, that means this entire thing is considered as a failure. Okay, so that's why it will go to the next task. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you understand, who is going to explain this slide? Yashwant, Nagaraju, you want to take? Shiva Prasad, Meghana, Anusha, you want to explain this slide? Just try.
Sir, I will explain.
Yeah, Meghana, go ahead.
In sequence of success, if sequence of failure will get success, then it stops there only and it will not execute train basics and sequence of done. And if sequence of failure will get failed, then it goes to sequence of done.
Okay.
Means in sequence of failure will fails, then it stops there only and it will not execute sequence of done.
Yeah. Any questions? Nagaraju, Jashwant, Sai teacher.
Sir,
Yeah.
if a sequence of failure will fails, then it won't execute train basics, this block, sir, this flow services.
Okay. See, here is the thing.
వానికి వచ్చింది
Once
లివర్
failure is
బిర్యానీ
there,
తిను అన్నాడు.
second,
వేరే
answer this
నిన్ను
one.
తినా అని చెప్పిన వానికి బిర్యానీ తిన్నట
Mute.
చికెన్ వచ్చిందట.
Okay. So let's say sequence failure is there. Okay. So we know sequence failure. If any one of the tasks failed, it will stop there only.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say this step is executed. If this step is failed, insert into DB is failed. Okay. It won't execute next and next. Okay. This block, it will stop from there only. This is a block of code.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Now it failed. It throws an exception. It's kind of an exception is thrown. Okay. Now, because of this success, right? We are given success. So this is failed. Okay, that's fine. It comes to the next step, whatever the next step. So that is the next step is sequence done.
Sequence of done.
Yeah. So we know done. How done works is even if any one is failed, I'm okay. I will continue execution. Okay. So all the activities failed also, it is considered a success. Okay. That means this will be executed success.
So, up to insert it is success. If update is failure, if it done will continue that.
Update, okay, if update is success, right? So but let's say
Update
this one is
failure.
success. Yeah, let's say this is success, this is success, this is also success. Okay, this is also success. Let's say all four are success. Okay,
Okay.
all four are success means this sequence is success only, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Sir.
so this one is success means first one is successfully executed. This block is executed successfully, so it will not go to the done activity
Okay.
Okay.
because of
If
this success here. Any one is success, assuming this. Okay.
if update is failure,
Hmm.
it will
Update is
stop.
failure. So how do you say, okay, update is failed. Okay, suppose let's say update is failed. Okay, first one is success, second one is success, update is failed. Okay,
Yes.
so that means exception is thrown here.
Here,
Okay,
then done will continue with that update.
yes. So what will happen is if this is failure, right, it is stopped. Okay, this will not executed. This entire block is considered as a failed.
Yes.
Okay. Yes,
So
sir.
this failed. So this is failed, right? So that means it will go to the, because of the success we given sequence is success. So first is failed, then it will go to the done activity.
Okay. It's last update and it
If
will.
failure one task will fails, then automatically whole will fail.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Let me. Okay, I have a question here. Sequence success again. Okay, and then sequence same failure given. Okay. Now task one is there. Two is there. Okay. Now here sequence done is there. Okay. Task one is task three. Task four is there. Now again I added one more. Done. Okay. Task 5 is there. Task 6 is there. Okay. This is legal. Means the code is legal. There is no issue. Compilation issue. Okay. Now let us say here error is thrown. Okay. What will happen?
It will stop.
See, it will stop there and it executes sequence of done.
Okay. Correct. It will come to here. Okay. Comes to here. Execution comes to here. Okay. Okay. Now while executing this task, here error is occurred. What will happen?
Go to next one.
Next
Next
sequence of done.
task 5.
Task 5.
No. No.
It will go to success again.
No. So what will happen? No? Even if anyone is failed, okay, this always considers a success only. Then we studied, right? If this is failed, that's okay. It goes to the next one.
Yes.
Okay. So that means all will be executed. All is considered as a success only. Okay. This sequence will be considered as a success. Okay. Means this is properly executed. So because of the nature of this success, okay, this activity is executed without any errors. So it won't execute this one. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now let's say here failure is there. Okay, done is there. Now here one more done is there. Okay, now error is occurred here. What will happen?
Go.
Let's say
Then
this is
it
one
goes
dot
to
sequence. This is 1 dot 2. Yeah, so 2. This one is 3. Okay, this 4. Now you tell me where it goes. So here error is occurred. It goes to, okay, so this entire thing is considered as a failure error. It will go to here. Okay. If suppose let's say task 4 error is thrown. Okay. What will happen?
It goes
then
to
goes
done.
to sequence of done.
3. It goes to 3. Okay. Yeah, sequence of done. So even this is failed. error. Okay, this is also error. What will happen?
If the end also, it means success.
No, it won't go to 614. Again, I told, because this
It is success only. If it
yeah,
fails.
this is considered as a success. Even error, whatever happened, that's okay. Okay. So
This is
there is
done.
no meaning after one done. If you add another done or failure, there is no meaning. Code will never execute.
Like finally.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. Clear, right?
After success,
Yes,
we
sir.
can put another success.
Yeah, you can add success, but there is no meaning. Even if you add this one 4, you command here add it 5. What is the use? Okay. Here, this is considered a success only. Okay.
After done, no, not anything will not be executed. Starting from starting, first we give it success.
Okay, let's say if I put it first itself, first one itself is this one, 0 1. Okay, so this only executes. This everything is considered as a success only, right? As per the nature of the success. So first task is done successfully. It will exit. So it will not execute these things. Okay, is that clear?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, but they will not ask this kind of a complete detail, these many things. Okay, it will be asked like this: success, failure, done. So you should remember, if I'm implementing a try catch block, okay, what is the correct format to implement sequence using sequence? Are you getting? What is the correct format to implement try catch block? Okay, try catch block using sequence. Okay, what is the correct format to implement try catch block using sequence? Okay, you should say this one is a correct sequence. Sequence, it should be success S. Okay, below that sequence, failure. Okay, then sequence, done. This is the way you have to remember D, F, S in this order. Are you getting?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this one, what is the use of pub.flow.get last error? Okay, this will be asked. One of the guys was telling me he got this question: pub.flow colon get last. So in Java, have you seen like e dot print stack?
Not print.
Okay, print stack. In cache we'll write generally. Try catch. Suppose let's say exception is there. We'll once that e dot print stack we'll write. We get the print stack. Okay, to print the entire stack. Okay, whatever the exception is occurred, you want to print that stack. Okay, so that we can, if it is printed in the log file, you can see what is the exception. Okay, so this pub.flow colon get last is there, right? That is exactly same as this one. Okay, pub.flow colon get last error. So this will print the error stack. Are you getting?
Last error, it is.
Yeah, whatever the error is occurred last, suppose let's say some error is occurred here. Okay, anywhere, that error you will get it here. You can print in the log file. Is that clear?
That will be come here and that will be executed.
Yeah. So as per the try catch block, right? So this failure, any one failure, it will go to the done activity, correct? Sequence done. Then I want to print the log. What is log error is occurred? Like this way we will write in Java. So I wanted to print the log. So this is pub.error colon get log. Okay, get last error. Okay, it will print the log message. This is very important. Many times in the applications we will implement like this. Let's say group of activities are executing in a sequence. We don't know where the exception is occurred. If I'm not using this one, okay, the log will not be printed. Are you getting? A log will be printed in the log file without knowing where the exception is occurred. So I want the log file where this exception is occurred. So I can use this pub.flow colon get lost error. Are you getting? And so this you have to remember. There is no way we can do. This is a notes you have to write. You can remember this one. Okay, and this one should be the first step in the sequence done. If you put it this one somewhere else, okay, means suppose let's say forget about Java. So here, suppose let's say sequence. This one is failure. Let's say in sequence on done. Suppose let's say if I put it like this, I have done. Okay, let's print ln. Print debug statement is there. Debug logout. Debug out. So debug logout. This is considered as a successful error. This will not throw any error. Right? Okay. And after this one, if I put it like this, pub dot flow get last error. If I write like this, right? So last statement is successfully executed. Okay. If you use this statement, there is no error, right? Is there any error occur? No, right? So this will not return any error. Okay, is that clear?
So last error means only one error it will take.
Just before
Just
this
before
statement executed, just before this statement executed,
only that
whatever,
commit transaction it will take. Update it won't take.
Yeah, suppose let's say insert is error is failed. Okay, this insert, and immediately it goes to here, right?
Yes.
So that means
Yes, sir.
I have an error. I can print.
After
Okay.
that.
After that, this will be executed. Okay,
Okay.
but
That
I will get
remain
error
only-
here. I will get the error here. Okay, the same thing. Let's say I have like this. First, I'm writing the same code here. Sequence success. Below I have sequence failure. Okay, I have train v6. First one, which is insert. I'm writing insert. Okay, second one is insert again. One more is insert. Then update we have. Commit transaction we have. Okay, and then I have sequence like this. Okay, let's say error occurred here. Okay, error is occurred here. What will happen? Where the execution goes?
cannot go to last error.
Yeah, this statement will not execute. Okay, the execution will directly jump to here. Sequence done. Correct? And then it is executing this statement. Here we have an error. We catch the error. Okay. Okay, how it works is you have to think. There will be a global kind of exception stack traces memory. In a memory, what they are doing is memory. In memory, there is a variable is there. Variable called error. Okay, they're creating a variable called error, and it's in the memory. Okay, now every statement, whenever every invoke activity or every step, if it is executed successfully, this will be set to null. Okay, Suppose let's say this statement is executed. This variable is set to null. If this statement is successfully executed, no error will be there. If this statement is failed, that error details will be set here. Okay, error details will be stored here. Okay, now we know if error is occurred here, this block is considered as a for error. Okay, because of this nature, it comes to here. Okay, now this statement is executing. Okay, so suppose this statement is debug out, that means we are writing the file only, correct? So this statement is executed, which is successful. Okay, there is no error, right? So it will be set to null. Okay,
If the debug out is not there means it will execute that error.
yeah. So now what is a get last error? What is that error here? Null is there. So that means here exception occurred, but that exception is not available here. Are you getting? Suppose let's say I remove this one like this. Okay, I put it like this. Now, same like insert is executed successfully. Okay, I'm setting it to null. Okay, now this insert is also successfully executed. Error will be null, but update is failed. Suppose let's say update is failed. That error stack will be pushed here, stored here. Error stack detail. So, okay, the error. Now we know here when exception occur, this block is considered as an error that will jump to here, and now I am printing that last error. So error is there, right? In this one variable,
Yes.
in this variable error is there, so you will get the error. It will be printed. Clear, right?
Yes.
Suppose
Yes, sir.
again starting from here. Okay, first it will be set to null. I'm just giving an idea how we can understand. So let's say here itself error is occurred. Okay, then what will happen? That error stack is stored here. Correct? Okay, now we know these things will not execute. Okay, the sequence will come to here, execution will come to here, then it will try to execute here. So when this is executing, there is an error in the error variable, right? It will be printed. Is that clear? So
Yes, sir.
the statement is this should be first activity in the sequence done, then you will get the error information. Otherwise, you will not get any error details. Is this clear? Naraju? Naraju stopped. Okay. Anusha, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shiva? Okay. So when you studied first time, is it clear at that time? Did you understand anything? Miss, like I just wanted to check. When you first gone through it, what do you thought about this one? How it works? Did you understand?
No, sir.
But compared with the try catch block, that is not.
Okay. Okay. That means yes. But now again, one more time, you listen. Then you will come to know. I'm just checking, like your understanding level also. We need to, I think because of your first time we are listening, these things will not get. But when you read it second time, right? I explained, right? Third time, if you do, you will get more understanding.
Yes.
Whatever I explained, no, that you will still not clear. Okay, but if you third time if you study, you will get it more information. Your mind will start thinking, oh, what is happening? Yeah. So that's why this. Okay, this one is very important. That's why I say we'll get a question from here. Okay. where this package is available. pub.flow.getLastError. It is available in the WMM public folder. Okay, this should be obtain detailed information about the last exception that was trapped within the flow. The way I explained, right? So every statement when executed, that error will be stored in the error variable. Okay, so whatever the last exception is done, it will be stored. So if this one is the first activity, then you will get the error information. So last error, document of type this one contains information about the usage must be invoked within a flow service. It must be executed. Okay, if not, we'll get an exception. So we cannot use anywhere, but it should be used within the flow service only. So okay, each service execution updates the value written by the last whatever using. Let's see what is our exit, how we can use it. Applying property templates. Okay, these things. What else is there here? Oh, okay, that is exit. Okay, element property templates. We call it as element okay, these three. So we'll start with simple one, then we'll go to bigger one. Okay. So if you see any sequence, right, not this one, not flow services, let's say we use some flow service here. Okay. If you see this flow service, I have these properties, right? Every flow service will have properties. Some of them, these audit properties are there, these properties are there. So you have another flow. Suppose let's say here also, if you go, I have no, this is not a flow service. Okay, here also you have some properties are there. Okay, if you see every flow service, almost all the similar properties are there. Okay, sometimes we wanted to apply same properties to all flow services in project, right? So many times it happens. Your lead during the development time, before development starting, he create a best practices document. Okay, generally in projects, what I when a project we start, right, as an experienced guy, what I will do is we'll understand the business requirement, then we'll come up with the best practices. Okay, best practices document. We'll create a best practices document saying like, name should be like this. Name of the flow should be something like camel type. Okay, so something we will decide, and the flow package name should be like this. Okay, like that we generally prepare a document and we will give it to the developers.
Okay,
And we'll
sir.
ask,
SRS document.
what is that, Manisha?
Document in testing SR document, SR.
Yeah, it's a document in a Word document. It's a Word document. Okay, so we generally create some kind of a documents, and means not only me, but whoever leading the team. Okay, many times they, because they have knowledge about the requirements, right? They know, like they have experience. Okay, based on those experience, they feel like what is important in the project. Okay, so It's not mandatory. Sometimes a team will provide, sometimes will not be provided. But if it is provided, you have to follow that document. Okay. And if it's not provided, then with your knowledge as your experienced guy, you have to use your own knowledge to develop. Okay. That is one best practices document they will provide. Sometimes they provide libraries also. Okay. Libraries in the sense reusable code, functions, everything they embedded in libraries and they will give it to you. So you can use in your code. Okay, instead of you write the code for those reusable functions. Okay. Similarly, in web methods, if you see each property, each flow have some properties are there. Okay. So whatever the properties we wanted to set, same let's say audit properties there. Okay, your lead says, hey, you have to set every time this enable audit to some value. If you say like no, so if he says like hey, oh, okay, this is not developed. So, okay, let me go here. Okay, so he says you set always to this enable auditing, set it to always. Log on, suppose error only. Include pipeline, error only. Suppose your team lead says you have to follow these properties. Are you getting? So you have to follow this one for any of your development. Okay, if he says okay, so you have to set like that only. Are you getting? So every time you have to, whenever you develop, okay, any flow, you have to set that properties. If he asks to set that, so how much time it will take? Sometimes you may forgot also, right? This property, even if in the document mentioned, you will forgot to apply. Correct? It will happen, right? You forgot to develop. And okay, so web methods, what they did is you can create a template for these properties. Whatever the properties you want, your team manager, your lead is saying, okay, that values you can set as a template, and you can apply that properties to these flows. Are you getting? So there is no need for you to think which property need to be set and not. Okay, how you can do that? Let me show, then you'll come to know how it's useful. First of all, are you getting what I'm explaining?
Yes, sir.
So how to create a template? Okay, so template is in the sense like a model. Basically, you can say a model, right? Templates. I think you heard in HTML templates. Someone is created HTML template. Those templates you can copy and you can customize for your development. Okay, so here also for these properties, elementary properties, all these properties, you can create a template, and that template you can apply to your flow services. So wherever you want, you can use it. So how can I create this? Preferences. Any idea how to where to create the template? Here software AG, service development. Okay, under service development, elementary property template is there. Okay, so you should know this one. This is not a big deal, but you are when you are working in a project, right? Your team lead says you develop the services, but I created already some elementary properties. Why you not applied to each? Why you not applied to your flow? He will say. Are you getting? So you should know where this proper element property template is there. Okay, when you join the project, you just when you open this one studio, you should see is there any element properties created or not. Okay, if it is not created, then you go and not apply. If it is there, you can apply to the properties. Let's see how can I do. So I selected this one. So this template is, let's say my project is healthcare project. I am giving like HC flow template, flow service template. Okay. This is my name. Then I'm creating there are three kinds of flow services are there. Flow service, Java service, C. So we know flow services as of now used. We'll see Java services C later. Now flow service. Okay. So it listed whatever the properties are there for the flow. So all these properties are listed here. Okay. You can set like, let's say cache expiries. I wanted to set your team lead is saying, hey, not 15. So you use always set it to 45. Okay, that's fine. So once template is created. Okay. So let's say pipeline debugging, you wanted to set it to save. I think you remember this pipeline debug we used sometimes back.
Yes.
So where we used pipeline debug instead of two invoke activities, we can use this one. Anyone remember?
Restore.
There is save and restore pipelines.
Save pipeline and restore pipeline, right?
Restore pipelines.
Yeah. So instead of those, you can use this property, this one property, pipeline debug, and these are the properties: none, save, restore, store. This may come question I told beginning also. Okay, you should remember. So this one is like he wanted like to use always save. Okay, let's say he's saying like enable is saying like apply always error only. This is a properties I set it. Okay, for my project. So I ask you to use this template. Okay, whenever you create any flows, you apply these properties. Okay, so to remember this one, we made changes. Okay, cache expiry just to see if it's applied or not. Okay, now I'm creating one flow service. Like I created the flow service, right? So let's say I created a flow service using my custom flow service. I just create a something service. Okay, and finish. So I know okay, I close all other. So you can say this is my flow service. This is a property set. Cache expiry is there. Okay, and audit is never. Okay, this is there. But I wanted to apply the properties which define for the project. Okay, I will click on this right click. Okay. Apply template. See here it is there. SC flow template, the one we created. So okay, I applied here. Okay, I'm just saving. I will go again my property. I will see. See, expiration is 45 is there. Okay, this one is always. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means this one is like all these properties, right? Whatever the required properties, your lead will always he will create or keep it ready so that you will generally use those properties instead of remembering all these properties which one need to set. It takes a lot of time for you. So instead of someone creates Excel sheet and give it to you, so he will create these templates, property templates. Okay, we always do in a project which needed, we always do. So we'll ask our team members to use those templates to apply their flows. Is that clear? Okay, so how to create the template? Windows, preferences,
Software
Matching. Service development.
Service development.
Okay.
Templates.
yes. So click new. You can create one more also. I given this one. Okay. Okay. So here I can give 20. Okay. So like this. Okay. I apply this. I will save it. Okay. Now I created a new flow service. Let's say. Okay. For this new flow service, I will right click, apply template, my new flow Okay, then I will click it. See, here it is applied. Okay, that is how we can use property templates. Okay, this is very useful in projects. Maybe he will ask questions or not, I'm not sure, but we should know for the development. Okay, when you join the project, so you can ask your question. Means like ask your lead, hey, have you created any property templates so that I can apply those properties to my flows? Okay, you'll go and ask. If it's created, then you'll go and see what are the properties there. Okay, so here two properties are there. So then you will ask question again, when to use this template, this one, because both are same only, right? Okay, so you will have ask question, so he will provide you which one to use. So any development, when you start flow service you create, that properties you have to apply. Are you getting? So this one is
Yes,
very
sir.
important. It's very, very, very important in the development. Okay, now, so if you see branch we know, loop we know, repeat we know, sequence we know. Okay, try catch we know, but we'll not use now. If I go to the last one is exit. Okay, so before this one, have you heard about in C, C++, Java, break,
Yes, sir.
break or
Break.
continue?
Yes, sir. Will continue.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, return or break and continue basically.
Yes.
Okay, so this that's what they did is break and continue, like in a loop. Let's say loop. Suppose I have a loop. Okay, so loop is executing. Let's say printing. Let's say values. Okay, something printing. Suppose let's say printing, but let's say loop is started from 1 to 10. Okay, now I wanted to print values. Okay, but I wanted to if the value is 6, I wanted to exit from the loop, a break from the loop,
It means break.
break the loop. Okay, so we can do in Java is you can write a break statement, it will break the loop. Okay, so in case of web methods, instead of break and continue these things, what they did is palette is given exit.
Exit.
Okay, so this one is many useful cases are there, we implemented in projects too. Okay, for example, I think you have seen order list,
Yes.
correct? You did like I got the order list, order 1 2 3. Okay, order 3. Okay, what you did is you looped over this list. Okay, right, you loop over order list. Okay, and then you queried, called or invoked database select query
Yes.
for the order ID. Okay, you have done like this. Okay, now I have a requirement here. Okay, hey, I will send you order list. Okay, you call the database, whichever order is pending, first pending. Okay, just send me that only details. Are you getting? Requirement is, let's say I will send you 100 orders. Let's say I will send you order 5 like this. Number of orders I will send in the list. Okay, listen carefully, everyone. Okay, now it's a list I am sending. My requirement is, okay, I will say, hey, check for each order, go and check the database. If order is pending, order status is pending. Okay, just send me that order from the list. For example, if order 1 is, let's say, completed, I don't need the title. But if order 2 is status is pending, return me immediately. I don't go and check every order. I'm going to check one order at a time. Are you getting? My requirement is, okay, I can work only one order at a time. Okay, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will, my condition is I will work only one order which is not completed. It maybe 100 orders are there, out of 100 orders 50 may be not completed. That is okay. Okay, but I need only one order from the list which I am sending. I will work only on that order. This is a requirement. Okay, so I will send a list of orders. What you will do is you will loop the order list. Okay, first you will take this order 1. You will check the database. You will query from the database equal to order ID. You will get the order. You will check. How do you check? Branch. You will use branch set condition.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, branch. Okay, order status equal to, okay, I'm just writing in our language, web method, not web method language, is equal to pending. Okay, stop loop. Stop means break. Basically, it's a break. Okay, then return whatever the last order you checked, right? Return last order verified. Are you getting this language? I'm just writing in the plain English language. Is it? Are you getting what I'm explaining?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So here it's a break statement. Okay, I don't want to go to loop first. Let's say I verified first one itself is pending. Okay, so return that order 1. Okay, I don't want order 2, order 3 to be executed and go and check the database. I don't need. The requirement is like that. So in that case, I will use exit instead of break. I can use exit. This is one requirement, exit. So when I say exit, okay, it came out of the loop. Loop will not be executed. Means whatever the statements are there next to, okay, let's say statement 1, statement 2, those will not be executed. Okay, when this exit statement executed, it's not statement, step, exit step. When this exit step executed, it will return from, it will exit from that loop. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
If order
in
1 is
web method,
completed, we can continue that order 2 and order 3.
okay, suppose let's say first one is executed. Okay, it is completed, so this branch will not execute, so that means this exit will not execute. Okay, it will come to the next order 2. Loop will execute for order 2. Okay,
Yes.
now order 2. So again I'm checking status is pending or not. If it is not pending, then this statement is not executing. Okay, it will come again to order 3. Okay, now order 3 is executed. This time also order 3 is also completed. Okay, so this statement will never, this is not executing. Then it will come to order 4. Suppose let's say order 4 is pending, status is pending. It enters into this one. Now this statement exit is executed, step is executed. So the moment exit is executed, right? So it will come out of this loop.
Okay.
Okay, it comes after the loop. Okay, so order 5, order 6 never is not tested now. Is it clear?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
No, here there is no continue option, only exit only. Okay, they are not given continue. Okay, yeah. Okay, now there are few options are given. Exit also, let's say drag and drop. If you see exit from, there are few options given. You have to remember this one. What are the options given for exit? Okay, from the parent, from loop, from flow, from iteration.
Label.
Okay, there are 4 options are there. Okay, so parent is, let's say, from anyone idea what is parent for it? What is loop? We know now, right? I have a loop. Okay, I use loop. Inside loop, I use like this. Okay, my loop exit is there, right, from the loop. So that means it will not execute the loop statements. Let's say inside the loop, I have this one statement is there, one step. Okay, let's say I have another step here. So loop. So let's say without I use any branch, I use like this. Okay, so this statement will execute, then it will come to this step. Okay, so we written exit, so it will exit from this loop, so loop will not execute. Is it clear? This one loop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for this exiter we have 4 options: loop, parent, loop, iteration. Okay, and there will be error message. You can write this message. What are the message you write, right? Exit in the first iteration. I'm just writing whatever the statement I write, right? In the logs, it will be printed this statement. Okay, failure message will be there. So for exit, there are 2 important properties are there. What are those important properties? One is exit from, which contains 4 values: parent, loop, flow, iteration, and error message. Okay, if I set exit to $loop, it will exit from that loop. Okay, if I have a nested loop, okay, like this, one loop is there, second loop is there, exit is written. Okay, what will happen is it will exit from all the loops. Okay, even though here loop is there, here is it will return exit from all the loops. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if I set this to parent, okay, now this one is under this loop, right? Okay, only this loop or this it will exit from that loop only. Are you getting? So let's say this loop is executed. Let's say this loop is executing for 1, 2, 3, and this loop is executing for 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's say 1. Okay, for 1 it entered inside this loop. Here it came to here. 5, this is executing. So for 5, this statement is executed, and then it came to exit, return parent. Okay, so that means this will not it will terminated from this loop. So 6, 7 are not executed. Okay, but cursor will come to here for, because 2, 3 is left, right? So for 2, again it enters into this loop. Okay, now this one 5, 6, 7 is there. For 5 it enters a loop. This will execute, this will execute, because exit is written, so it will come out of this parent. Are you getting?
Above loop it won't.
Yeah, it will not come out of this loop.
It will come out only this, which is there
Yeah.
in the loop.
Correct, that is a parent. Okay, that is how it works. Suppose let's say if I exit, I've written from the flow itself. Okay, That means here loop is executed. Here is a, it came here. The moment it sees 4, this is flow. So it will exit even from all the statements. Even if we have statements like this will not execute, which are outside of a flow. Okay, which are outside of the flow. These two are also will not execute. It will terminate complete flow.
Abo loop also.
Yeah, loop, everything, because it's a flow, right? It's mentioned as a flow. Okay, it will not execute any of the activities the moment this is executed. Are you getting?
Yes,
That is exit. Okay, iteration I need to check. I will come back and check this one. I never used. I need to see how it works. Okay, that I will explain later. Is it clear?
yes.
Okay. Now, so exit properties, elementary property, element properties, templates studied. Okay, remaining are okay. Now I wanted, because you understand this one. Now, starting from sequence. So demonstration, loop consideration, forget loop. Here, starting from here, I want you guys to at least go through one more time. Are you getting? I don't need notes for this one. If you want to write yourself, well and good. Okay, but I want go through it what this guy is saying. So open the studio and see what are the options are there. Okay, no need to do the coding. Don't waste time on coding for this exercise sequence. Okay, we have many things are there. There we will execute the code. Okay, is that clear? I need 27,
Yes.
28, 29, all this. Okay, this is very important. Not only exit, but condition is given. Success means when this executed, okay, then it will consider as a success and no error will be thrown. But when we set it error, this will exit from the loop, but error will be thrown with this error message. Are you getting now? Okay, that's correct. Like, oh, this map, I understand. I know this branch. It is where the if else condition loop. Okay, it loops are going on. Repeat, we know where to use. Like any timeout exceptions occur, database I want to repeat. Okay, sequence I know. Sequence we have a 3 conditions. 3 options are there. What are those?
Success, failure.
Success, failure, and done.
Yes. So now you remember. Okay, and exit we know. Like now, exit again we have 4 options: parent, label.
Parent loop, full iteration.
No iteration.
So now, what is the use of this signal? Success or failure is there. When we say success, right? The moment this executed, okay, so it will be considered as a success and no errors will be thrown. Okay, but if I say this as a failure, okay, the moment this is executed, exit, what will happen now? It will be thrown error. It is considered as an error with this error message. Are you getting?
So,
So that is the purpose
Yes.
of this signal, nothing else. So if I set success, if you are setting this failure, okay, failure message is needed. Without failure message, no, how can we know that what happened? Right? Suppose let's say, let me use, I'm using this time to understand something new. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm using a sequence. Okay, sequence, this one is I'm setting success. Okay. I'm going to ask question here, so listen carefully. Okay, I have a sequence which is, this is success sequence, this is failure sequence. Under this, I'm using one here statement, and then I'm using exit statement. Okay, here what I'm using is success. I'm exit from, okay, parent. Okay, now tell me, this is failure. Okay, so when this executed with exit from the parent, what will happen? Is this, so one is it will exit from this one, because if this is executed, fine. If this is executing, right, this will be considered as a success only, because it is success. This is considered as a success only. Are you getting? So
Yes.
it will not, it will consider success. It will exit from this loop, but this entire loop, exit from this sequence, but this sequence is considered as a success only, because this is success. Now this is also signaled as success. Are you getting? This is considered as success. But suppose, let's see, if I set it like this, failure. Now this sequence, exit and failure, you mentioned. Okay, and after this, let's say I have something more activity. Okay, but this is properly executed, no problem. This is also executed, but it is signaling as failure. Okay, so that means this sequence will be exit. Okay, this will not, so that means next one will not execute again. Okay, and whatever the message we given, right, here's something you will write meaningful message. So this sequence is considered as an error if the message has this one. Suppose, let's say I have sequence here. Okay, so this one is done sequence. What I did is try catch. This one is success, this is failure, this is done. Okay, so exception is thrown here, it is generated. Here what I'm doing is, we have that public
Lost error. Get lost error.
yeah, get lost message. So it's under flow. Okay, I used here. If I use here, so if I am setting here null, without anything, I will not get any error here, because it's a null. Okay, but if I put it something like, error, something error, something 112. Okay, so this get cast error. It will print this message, error hyphen 111. It will print. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, suppose, let's say if I set it as a success. Okay. This will not execute. No, it will not execute, because you're exit, right? You're saying exit from parent.
From there only.
Yeah. Okay.
After exit, it won't execute anything.
Correct.
Sir, we have to write that failure message. We have to write, or generally
no, we have to write failure message here. If you are setting here something failure, then you have to write this message. It's your response. Yes. Otherwise, there is no need.
most of the cases we won't use that failure message.
No, because we will use it. Okay.
If
failure
we get
message.
error only, we use.
No, suppose let's say here, let's say the one I mentioned. Let's say I'm looping order list. Okay, if anyone first one is matched, okay, it's pending. I wanted to exit and generate an error. Okay. So in that case, so even if you query the database, it will give you the value. Okay, so no way you can throw exception, right? Now you are
Yes.
saying you wanted to throw exception. Okay, this will work like a throw exception. So signal as a failure, and you are giving them error message.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so that is how you can use this exit as a throw kind of thing. Okay, sometimes you can use success, but it's kind of a break. Okay, like that. In that case, when you say success is message of no use, no use at all, like that. Okay, clear, right? So